Good morning, Will.
Good morning.
AP Stedham, WHEP, Foley, Alabama. Will, I'm sure you've examined Derek Thomas's numbers as a junior. He had 18 sacks. And then next year, as a known commodity, he increased it to 27. How do you prepare for the season knowing you're going to be a target for all these different offenses trying to block you?
Well, for me, I'm just going to approach the season like I approached it last year and just be Will Anderson. I'm not going to try to do anything special, or go out there and be, any type of hero. I'm just going to go out there and be myself, be the player that, I was when I first got here and just help my teammates out and go out there and play team football and not be selfish and try to do anything stupid. So, yeah.
To your right, third row.
I will. Tyler with KBTX and College Station. When you guys host A&M this year, is there going to be any more kind of fuel to the fire or a little more meaning to that game?
We approach every game the same. We know the history behind that game. We know what to expect. We know what type of game it's going to be. And we're just going to go out there and play Alabama football.
To your right, front row.
Dick Cox with Lindy Sports and Cox Sports Broadcasting. When you played the game, you've had a lot of good things happen to you, but what's the most important thing you would want people to know about you as a person?
For me, I just want to show people that, I'm a great leader. I love my teammates. I'm very supportive, always positive, always have a big smile on my face, always energized and, doing things the right way and just leaving a great legacy at the University of Alabama.
To your left on the front row.
Hey, Will. Jacques Doucet, WAP-TV in Baton Rouge. Entering last year, you had lost so much off the previous team, and yet making it to the national championship game could almost be viewed as overachieving, but your coach, I think, used the word, there's humiliation when you lose and stuff like that. So what's the feeling after last season? I mean, a couple things go your way, you're national champs.
Exactly what he said. The biggest goal of our team always is to win a national championship, and we didn't meet that goal last year, so that season was not the successful season that we wanted because, all the blood, sweat, and tears we put in and, all the hard work, all the long meetings is to get to a national championship and win it, and we got there, but we didn't, finish the way we wanted it to finish.
To your right, second row.
Hey, Will. Tony Sakalas, Bama Central. Jordan Battle said he wants to be a comedian when he's done with football. What do you feel about that? And what's the funniest thing you heard from Jordan? And maybe what does he bring to the locker room?
A comedian? I would say Jordan would be a dancer, if anything, after the season. He got some funny jokes, but I think he dances better than when he jokes.
To your left, third row, please.
Hi, Will. Ashley Woods from the Crimson White. This is a very talented linebacker room that we have this year. Can you just talk about how you guys motivate each other to compete every day in practice and in the weight room?
Yes, it's absolutely fun. The linebacker core that we have at Alabama is something special. I'm excited to see it. And all the younger guys have been doing a tremendous job of learning the plays, and they're so talented. But, I appreciate my group a lot because we all have the same mindset, all have the same mentality, and there's no knuckleheads in our room whatsoever. Everybody, they're 10 toes in our room. They're always alertive, attentive to detail, everything. So, and we push each other every day at practice. We want to be great. We want to be the best outside linebacker group in the nation, and we talked about that as a unit. And I think every day we go to practice, that's something that we do. We're going to go out there and be the best group on the field every game. And that's any game we play in, and that's whole college football, so that's our big goal.
To your right, front row.
What motivates you to play at the level you play at, and what are you most excited about this season?
I think what motivates me is the love of the game of football. I don't really need much to get me going because I love football so much. Just the fact that I get to strap up and put a helmet and shoulder pads on and go out there and line up against somebody and, go against them is what all I need is to motivate me is to go out there and, have fun and hit somebody and fly around with my teammates.
To your left, back row.
Dan Peck, ESPN 1067 in Auburn. Eli Ricks was one of the bigger transfer portal moves of the offseason. What can you say about what you've seen from him so far as a teammate?
He's tall, lanky, he's long, he can move really well, he can knock down balls, he can go up there and jump with people who try to jump with him. And it's been exciting to watch him practice these couple of practices that we had. He's a really good player, and he's a better teammate and a good person.
To your right, fourth row.
Hey, Will, Ben, Local 3 in Chattanooga. Jordan mentioned Jahmyr Gibbs and his pass-catching abilities and how it's helping the linebackers.
Yes.
How is it helping you guys, and what stands out about him to you?
He's like a little wide receiver sometimes. You know, we have to take those wheel routes on him and stuff like that. You better get on your horse because he got wheels and he can run. So he's dangerous out the backfield, but I love it. It's fun to watch.
To your left on the front row.
Hey, Will, Michael Cobble from WBRZ TV in Baton Rouge. Coach Saban was just asked about having you and Bryce on his team, and he said he'd never had such elite players and people on opposite sides of the ball at one time. He said this is a first. What does it mean for both of you to kind of command each side of the ball and raise everyone's expectations?
You know, I think when you step into the leadership role, it becomes, you know, a part of you. It's who you are. And, you know, you have to command. You know, you put in that position to lead. You put in that position to help others. And it would be selfish not to help others. And you know what's right from wrong. And you know how to go, you know, through the system. And you know the standards. So just to do that, I mean, it's a blessing because, you know, not a lot of people have that skill. But to have that skill and to work with Bryce on that skill, it's been amazing.
We have time for 2 questions, back row to the left, and then we'll come here.
High-quality defensive line play makes your job easier. What can you say about the defensive line that Alabama brings into the 2022 season?
You know, there's a lot of big bodies in there, a lot of big guys that can move really well, that can bend really well, that can strike people and get off blocks. But, you know, it makes my job so much easier, you know, when they push the pocket and the quarterback steps up. But those guys have been doing a phenomenal job. You know, their weight's looking good. They're moving really good. They've been working really hard as a unit to get better. And, you know, I commend them guys because they've been doing a really great job.
Final question, second row.
Will, Jeff Spiegel, ABC 3340 in Birmingham. I know this football team's tight brotherhood. When things happen like what happened back in May when Coach Fisher kind of, you know, rails on Nick Saban with that press conference, how does the team react to that?
You know, we know it. We don't have to speak on it too much. We see what's going on. And, you know, when the pass get on and the game get going, we'll address it then.
Medical Properties Trust, at the very heart of healthcare.